Johnny, come back in.
This video is about surf punk, or also punk rock from the 90s. Even some of the bands are from the 80s. This is a genre which I became very obsessed with when I was in my surfing years. This is between 95 to about 2002. And during this time, I got obsessed with all the different bands. I remember a friend of mine lent me a CD which had Sublime, Blink, some of like the very famous bands of the nowadays, but at the time they were not as famous. And I think surf punk, Sublime is not necessarily surf punk, but anything by Epitaph Records, Momentum, the movies, with I believe his name is Taylor Steele, became very popular at the time. Some of the cult followers, some of the followers of the genre would argue that Blink sold out. They would argue that Offspring sold out. But at the time, they were very popular. I once followed them all the way to a concert in Australia. I went to Australia and I went to a Warped Tour, and I felt that I had achieved a lifelong dream. Warped Tour in Australia. It had the Vandals, I believe Blink was playing. There was a ska band called the Porkers. Pennywise wasn't playing. It's one of the famous bands, Bad Religion, that has produced so many records and has influenced the punk rock scene for so long, is one of the leading bands. I believe the lead singer is an evolutionary biologist and a teacher, so he's well known in the scientific field. Sublime is probably one of my favorite bands. Sublime started off in San Luis Capistrano.